Love technical issues. So I was muted on YouTube, LinkedIn, and Facebook. Sorry, y'all. Didn't mean to mute myself. So let's start again. Today's topic, we're talking about whether self-help actually works. And this is an interesting one because I think also as attorneys, we kind of maybe through how law school is, how it's competitive, and how a lot of people seem to be our competition, and we want to also have a certain view that we are strong and that we are impregnable. The thing about that is that kind of is isolating, and so oftentimes I think also just because of that, or maybe just the type of person that we tend to go things alone. And, just because you can do something alone doesn't necessarily mean you need to do something alone. So I started the self-help journey really when I came back to the United States and I had to restart my legal career. I had Once I had restarted my legal career and I was trying to find what I wanted to do and where I really fit in, for me, I had this moment where, like, I thought I was going down a certain path, and I had this moment where I realized that that wasn't the path that I wanted to go down. And I wondered if that was really the direction for me to go. And I thought to myself, is this what the rest of my life would look like? And I didn't like the way that vision of my life was. And so that was a real catalyst for me to go down the journey of self-help and personal development and everything like that. And just like anything, you want to dip your water in, explore. But I did a lot of it alone for a very, very long time. And for me, one of the hugest game changers within the last year, especially, has been not going it alone. And so, what started the Inspired Attorney really started with me hiring a coach, and that got me to really get out there and start this beautiful thing that now you bear witness to, and how I'm able to help you. And that was because I hired someone and that I wasn't going alone. And then the next step in my journey, and which has been such a game changer for me this past year, was starting therapy. And this is really important to talk about. And I know it's something I've been wanting to talk to you guys a while about, but it's also something that's so deeply personal. And your journey of therapy is something that's personal. And for me, I wanted to get to a point where I could talk to you about it in a thoughtful way, and that I felt comfortable talking about it. Like I said, because it is personal. And so for me, one of the things that kept me from therapy for a very long time were some of these two objections, which you probably have yourself if you are not there, which was, number one, is it in my budget? And number two is, who would be the person to work with? So we'll get to the objections. We'll get to the second objection of who to work with shortly. But one of the ones that I just wanted to share with you my journey of how it all happened to me and how I overcame my first objection, which is, how is this going to fit into my budget? And is it really worth it? Because, yeah. So for me, I came to the person that I work with through a referral. Someone that is very close to me works with them, and I was seeing the results in their life and also in our relationship. And so for me, I was like, wow, this is really incredible. And then they gifted me a session with this person. And that really was such a game changer for me, because even though at the moment I didn't know how necessarily, I thought, like, the number one objection was, how am I going to work this into my budget? Because I had things, lined out, and it seemed like something that was extra, and it would, in my mind at the moment, it would take away from other things. And 1 year after we've been working together for over a year now. And in December of this year, I was reflecting on, as you do, you reflect on your year that's passed and what you want to accomplish in the upcoming year. And you create your goals. And that's what I was doing. And I was reflecting on also the goals that we set together in therapy. And it was quite magical because I was looking at my life within a year. And it's crazy, to me at least, how much my life had changed, how many shifts had happened, how much I was able to let go of, and just really where I was in my life in comparison to a year before. And that's not to say that my life was bad. I love my life, and I also did very much like my life last year. But this year, really, just so much has shifted in so many amazing ways. And it's because I got a therapist. It's because I got help from someone else. The thing is self-help is great. And it definitely is important for us to go within. And maybe you're not ready to speak with someone, but having someone who you trust, who is knowledgeable, who can help you and can see things that you're not seeing is a game changer, because it just helps you get to where you want to go faster. Self-help is kind of like you're on the slow lane, and reaching out for help through a therapist or the like is like getting in the fast lane. And this is why I wanted to talk about it, because it's just so important for us to ask for help when we need it, and to have the courage to ask for help and believe that, that you can get someone to help you. And, the funny thing is that a year later, that budget question doesn't even come up, because it's never been an issue. And also it's paid for itself tenfold. How much money would you really pay so that you could let go of a lot of the stress that you have in your life, that you can let go of a lot of the things that do not serve you? I think a lot of the time you wouldn't be able to put a number on that. It just improves your life so much more. So how do you choose a person, and what do you choose moving forward? So I was lucky enough that the person kind of came to me through the most organic ways. And what we do is we work through neuro-linguistic programming, NLP. It's a mix of NLP and therapy. And that for me has been incredibly powerful. But I think that in life, we're all different, right? And that's the beauty of it. So I don't think anything like therapy, coaching, whatever, it's not one size fits all. So you need to be able to find somebody and a type of therapy that works for you. So it's important for you when you're doing this, you can vet people in different ways. And I had been to different therapists throughout the years. And, I had met with some great people and had some good sessions, but nothing really stuck until I got here. So it is a bit of a Goldilocks approach. And with respect to the budget, you want to be able to pick someone that is slightly within your budget, because you don't want it to be too burdensome that you can't afford a session, that you think to yourself, I can only go to this person once every 6 months because it's just something that I can't afford, because then it's not really serving you. It needs to be a perfect balance of someone that it needs to be a perfect balance of the cost factor. Maybe it is a bit of a reach, but it's not putting you into the red zone. And it has to be something that you can achieve, and that's someone that you can meet with regularly. And the interesting thing is that with NLP or anything, a lot of the time you can have a number of sessions until you've worked through something. So like you could set a goal only to work with someone until a certain point. In my experience, or at least this is also for me personal, I think when we work through something, we realize that there's something else. Life is growth. So growth is constantly evolving. And maybe you've worked through really pressing issues and you've gotten able to get through a lot of blocks that you've had. Maybe you want to take a break and not see that person as regularly. But for me, I'm on such a mission to become and be my best self that I feel like when we uncover something and deal with something, there's something else that I can deal with and learn from. And so that's been my journey. And so I really wanted to empower you with this Inspired Insights Live is to seek help. Yes, self-help is incredible and it can definitely help you, but it takes a while and you're missing the insights that a third party can give you, a trusted third party that can give you. So I want to empower you to seek help when you need it. It can be really a game changer, like it has been for me. Like I said, what we accomplished in a year has been absolutely incredible. And I am so excited for what's to come. So if you guys want to share your insights, what you've accomplished with your own therapy, or whatever you want to share, you can also reach out to me personally through a message. You can reach out to me also via email. I'd love to hear how it's affected you and how it's helped you. And, it's this new year. You have so many opportunities ahead of you. Stay in that flow. Many of you are probably falling out of the New Year's resolutions, but this is just such a great thing to help you meet those resolutions that you created and keep you consistent and help you continue to build momentum. So looking forward to hearing from you, and I'll see you guys on the next one.